It was September 20th, 1988, in the small town of Belen, New Mexico. Tara Calico, a 19-year-old college student, had just finished an early morning routine. She grabbed her bike, adjusted her helmet, and set off on a familiar route she had traveled many times before. For Tara, it was just another peaceful ride to start the day, but it would be the last time anyone would see her. Tara was known for being focused and determined. She had a bright future ahead of her, balancing her studies with a passion for sports. Yet on that morning, something was different. Her bike ride was supposed to be routine, but by that afternoon, her bike would be discovered alone, abandoned on the side of the road. The morning's serenity was shattered by the sudden, mysterious absence of Tara. Later that day, Tara's bike was found lying on the road in a quiet area just outside Belen. There were no signs of struggle, no blood, nothing that suggested foul play. Her headphones were found nearby, a personal item that now only added to the growing mystery. The bike was still positioned, as if Tara had simply stopped and walked away. But why? Where was she? What had happened to her in those last moments? To her family and friends, Tara was someone who had everything ahead of her. She was not someone to simply disappear. Yet in the span of a single morning, that certainty was erased. The eerie absence of any clues created a psychological void. Was this a tragic accident? Or did something darker lurk behind this seemingly normal day? Authorities began investigating, but the facts remained scarce. The bike was found. But where was Tara? Was this a simple case of a girl deciding to take a break from her life? Or was there something more sinister at play? With no signs of her, no witnesses, and no immediate evidence, the mystery deepened. Before this, Tara had faced personal challenges. She was balancing college life, relationships, and the pressure of growing responsibilities. Her academic stress, compounded by family dynamics, was not a secret. Could this have been a case of a young woman overwhelmed by her circumstances, deciding to disappear? Or was she taken against her will, and her stress merely an unfortunate coincidence in the larger story? Then something occurred that would alter the investigation entirely. A year later, a Polaroid photograph surfaced in Florida, showing a woman in captivity who resembled Tara. The photo was disturbing. The woman in the image appeared to be bound, her face pale and frightened. The possibility that this was Tara opened a door to more questions. Could she still be alive? If so, why was she in such a situation? Was the photo a clue, or was it a cruel hoax? For Tara's family, the discovery of the photo reignited hope. The thought that Tara might still be out there. But that hope was mixed with doubt. The photo didn't confirm Tara's identity. It raised more questions than answers. Was she still alive, held captive somewhere? Or was this just another tragic twist in an already painful journey? Investigators began looking into the photo, but the case took yet another confusing turn. Theories arose, and with them, a chilling realization. Could Tara have been abducted? Could someone have been watching her that morning, waiting for the right moment to strike? Or was this merely a random act of violence, completely unconnected to her life? Theories about what happened to Tara started to clash. Was this an act of planned abduction, or was there a deeper psychological layer to her disappearance? Was Tara the victim of a crime, or had something within her life, something emotional, led her to take drastic action? The questions only grew more complicated as the case continued to evolve. Despite the years of investigation, the most important question remained unanswered. What truly happened to Tara Calico on that quiet road? Did she leave willingly, or was she taken? And why, after all these years, does her disappearance continue to haunt so many, still unsolved? Tara's disappearance remains one of the most haunting mysteries in true crime, but as the years pass, the question only grows heavier. What happened to her that morning, and what part of her life led to her vanishing without a trace? As the years passed, Tara Calico's disappearance became a cold case, a mystery that seemed to have no resolution. But despite the passage of time, new leads, photos, and theories continued to surface. Could they hold the key to solving the case? Or would they only deepen the psychological void that still surrounds her fate? As investigators dug deeper into Tara's life, several theories began to emerge. Was her disappearance the result of a violent crime? Or was it something more psychological? Was Tara abducted, or had she left on her own, driven by emotional struggles and a desire to escape? One of the most chilling possibilities is that Tara was taken by force. Many believe she was abducted by someone who had been watching her. The quiet road she was riding on could have been the perfect place for an opportunistic predator. The Polaroid photo showing a woman who resembled Tara only fueled this theory. Was she held captive? Or was she simply a victim of chance, a random target? If Tara was indeed abducted, what was the motive behind it? Was it a crime of opportunity, or was there something more sinister at play? An abductor often targets individuals for reasons that are difficult to understand, but in cases like this, the psychological toll on the victim is immense. Fear, confusion, and isolation. These feelings could have been Tara's reality for much of the time she was missing. Others believe Tara's emotional state before her disappearance might have played a role. At the time, she was juggling academic pressures, family issues, and personal challenges. Could this have led her to run away? Tara had shown signs of emotional distress, and it was speculated that she might have been overwhelmed, leading her to make a drastic decision. Some theories suggest that Tara's disappearance was voluntary. Tara had been under immense pressure, struggling with her personal life, family expectations, and her academic responsibilities. Could she have felt trapped, believing that leaving everything behind was her only escape? Did she leave of her own volition, seeking a fresh start, or did something else push her to disappear? Running away is often a desperate attempt to regain control in the face of overwhelming circumstances. For Tara, it could have been an act of self-preservation. People who run away often seek a clean slate, but the psychological cost is high. Tara's internal conflict, whether to stay or leave, may have been the turning point that led her to make this drastic decision. If she did leave on her own, what was it that pushed her to such a breaking point? As the theories continued to clash, a disturbing reality emerged. No one truly knew what had happened to Tara. Was she abducted by a stranger, or did she leave because of her inner turmoil? The police had no concrete evidence either way, and the lack of definitive answers left everyone grasping at straws. The investigation continued, but every theory only led to more questions. The Polaroid photo taken in Florida added a new layer to the mystery. The image showing a woman that closely resembled Tara seemed like a breakthrough. But was it really Tara? The photo was haunting, its eerie implications creating even more psychological turmoil for those involved in the case. If Tara was alive, why hadn't she reached out to her family? Was this photo the final clue in the investigation? Or was it simply another twisted piece of the puzzle? Photos like this create a psychological paradox. They offer a shred of hope, but they also haunt. For Tara's family, the photo seemed like it could be a message, an answer to years of unanswered questions. But it only left them with more doubt. Was it her, or was it someone else? The emotional weight of not knowing the truth was unbearable. The photo became both a symbol of hope and despair, a symbol of the uncertainty that ruled their lives. Despite the lack of closure, Tara's family never gave up. Tara's mother in particular remained dedicated to finding her daughter, keeping the case alive and in the public eye. For her family, the emotional toll of not knowing what happened to Tara was overwhelming, but they couldn't give up hope. Tara's disappearance had become their life's mission. They wouldn't stop searching until they knew the truth. The disappearance of Tara Calico remains one of the most haunting mysteries in modern true crime. As new theories continue to emerge, the question remains, what happened to her that morning? Was she the victim of a crime, or did she leave her life behind in search of something else? The search for answers continues, and for Tara's family, the quest for closure has never been more urgent. Will we ever know the truth behind Tara's disappearance? The mystery remains unsolved.